Hello everyone, I'm back today with another traveler's notebook layout. And first of all, I have to say, notice the long sleeves. It's 82 degrees outside and my house is freezing. I have the air conditioning on. My scrap area is downstairs in our lower level in the family room. It's freezing down here. So don't let the 80 degrees outside fool you. But in any case, I'm working on this traveler's notebook project still. So this was my last one here. Now I'm moving on to my next layout today. And as you can see, I already have part of it done. That's because I made a mistake. If you've watched any of my other videos in this series about traveler's notebook layouts, I miscounted. I had cut this paper for another layout and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to use, the rest of it on a different layout. And I had an idea where I want it to go. So I put it in here and I was off by a couple pages. I miscounted. So I've just been saving this, waiting until I get to these pictures where I could fit them in. And here they are. As you can see, I have two photos. They both have a lot of purple in them. The walls inside the theater are painted purple. And so I thought, well, that's gonna work because this has some purple in it. So since I already have this adhered, I have to work with what's there. And I'm guessing I'm gonna lay out, the photos something like this. I don't really like the idea necessarily of them being exactly aligned across from each other, but I really don't know. I'll have to play around and figure out what else I want to put on these pages other than the paper that's already there. But this is what I'm starting with today, so we'll just see what happens. So you know how I said before that I didn't like the idea of the photos being aligned right across from each other? Well, I changed my mind. When I had them laid out like that for a moment, I really liked it. Can we focus here? There we go. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to keep it that way. So I did decide to adhere them like that. So I think what's going to happen is I'll probably use some washi somewhere up here, probably at the top over here, not sure about this side, just to fill in kind of, some of this space here. I don't need one of these numbers because this is the same stop. This is the outside of the theater. This is the inside. So I don't have the number that I need to get on there, but I need to have something. Otherwise, this is going to be really plain. So I'm going to pull out my buckets of embellishments, see what I have in there that might work for this theme, maybe do some stamping, I don't know, and then I'll go through that washi to see what I can find that is suitable. When I went through my washi rolls trying to find something that would match, I knew I didn't want purple. There's already a lot of purple here, so I wanted either the green or the blue. Unfortunately, I didn't really have anything that matched well with this. It's so muted, I think was the problem. But this, I was able to come a little bit closer. I did find this washi. So it's about the same color. The only problem is, this is a pattern, this is a pattern. But when I held it up, I didn't feel like it was that distracting. So I think I'm going to go with it. So I'm just going to tear off a little piece, if I can find the start. There it is. And put it at the top there. And I think this particular one was from Stampin' Up. I'm not positive. They had a collection that was kind of all shades of green, and I think that's what this is from. Don't quote me on it, but I think so. And I like the rough edges of washi. I don't cut them. I like them jagged. So I'm just going to take this and put it right up here, kind of overlapping half and half, right up to where it says tickets. I like it. I think the green looks good. Yeah, now normally I would try to match it by putting something over here, another piece of it, but I'm not sure how that is going to look right up against that pattern. I'm just not sure. So I'm going to see what else I can do first. If I'm desperate and can't come up with anything else, there may end up being some washi there, but I'd rather try to find something else first. So as I was going through my stash, I did find some things that I think I might be able to use here. You can kind of see the remnants of my basket, container, bucket, whatever you want to call it, of embellishment stuff. So those are things I didn't like that I didn't think would work here, but I did find some that I think might work. So this isn't exactly the same blue, but it is blue, and over here it's got kind of this orangey color in the board, and so I thought it might work. It just says life was meant for good times and good friends. Whoops, there we go. Let's stay on camera. And it fits because I was with a good friend. We were having a good time. We really enjoyed seeing the inside of the theater, so it might work. Then I found this little thing, and I thought, well, that's kind of cute. I could do like 5 cents where it says tickets, you know. It's a little too big though, so I'd probably have to cut it down maybe to about there, or maybe just cut it down to 5 cents, not sure. But it would also bring in some black. And when I journal, I always do black in here, and so that might help bring that in. Not sure exactly where I'm going to fit journaling here. I don't have a ton of room, but it's got to go somewhere. Then I also found this, and I had to laugh when I saw this because a while back there was a conversation in the Scrap Gals Facebook group about, I think it was Scrap Gals, maybe it was Scrapaholics, not sure. One of those groups about people saying, you know, what's a phrase that you're sick of, or what's the least used phrase when you see stuff in scrapbooking, and hello came up as a huge one. Some people said they really liked hello. Other people were like, no, if I never see another thing that says hello, I'll be totally fine. So I had to chuckle a little bit when I saw this, but it might work here because I thought it might cover up this little thing, or if I didn't want to cover that up, it can maybe go over here like that, just saying hello to the lovely inside of the theater. So I don't know. I might use it, I might not. Then I found this little phrase here. It just says remember, but look at those colors. That green and that muted blue color are perfect. So I've got to use that, you know, somewhere in there. And I think this is from Coco Daisy. I think it came in one of their kits. So that will get used. And then this last one. It says counting my lucky stars. I thought stars is kind of a nice play on this because you're talking like stars of the theater kind of a thing. And look at that blue. I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty close match, closer than anything else I have. So I definitely think I want to work these two in for sure. And then if I can get some of the others in there, bonus. But I think these will work the best. On the left-hand side, I did decide to use these two elements. So I did cut down this just a little bit on both sides, and then I was able to pry this up slightly to tuck the edge of this underneath the diagonal piece. And then I just adhered that and adhered this just a little bit over the top. So for the other side, I think I am going to try a piece of washi down here just to balance it. And then I think I'm going to take the remember piece and put that up at the top somewhere. For the right-hand page, I did put the washi on there. It blends in a little bit, but I think it just gives it enough of a contrast that it works. And then I put the remember phrase up here. And then to pull in the black on this side, I just used a little black rhinestone there. But then I decided it probably needs a little bit more black. I actually have made the decision not to journal here because I journaled on the previous layout about it. But I do think, again, it needs more black, so I'm going to do some doodling outline here around the photos just to bring in that black, but that might be it. I have done the outlining here. You can see it on both sides. And sorry, that's one of my cats. And then I thought it was too blank up here. And so I went to my Tim Holtz stickers. These are the, I think it's Tiny Talk? Small Talk, sorry, Small Talk. And I found one of them and it says, creativity takes courage. And I love that because it's the theater, so it's all about creativity. So I think I'm going to just kind of put that up here at the top. So there we go. I did adhere that on the left side. And with that, I think this layout is done. I don't think it really needs anything else. If I were to add something, it would probably be like another phrase or something. No, you know what? As I say that, it does need it, doesn't it? Because I've got a little bit at the top, black, a little bit here, nothing over here really to balance that out. Okay, so hold that thought. I'm gonna go back to my words, see if I can find anything that will work down here. So I did find another phrase from this book of sayings here, and I decided to cut it because it was kind of long, so I made it into 2 parts here, and it's right down here, Shush Cat. It says, we are fearless, independent, and original, and I think that definitely speaks to theater people, both those that perform and those who go to see the performance. So with that, this one is done. My cat and I say, thanks for watching, everyone.